If you've been looking for a mom group to connect with in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, I'm here with two ladies who are going to help you out and tell you a little bit about a really great local mom group. Hi, I'm Kelly Northley with Fondy Famous, and today's feature is sponsored by Steve Wertz Builders. Today I'm here with Cheri and Brie of the MomCo in Fond du Lac, and they're going to tell us a little bit about what that is and why it's a great group to join.
The MomCo is the mom community, and we are a organization that just seeks to bring moms together into community, because motherhood is not something that you are meant to do alone. It's so much better to be a mom with other moms. It helps you to know that you are not alone.
Yeah. On those late nights when the baby's crying, maybe you have someone to reach out to and say, hey, I'm just struggling. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so what got you involved in MomCo?
One of my friends invited me to come whenever my oldest, who is 8, was a baby. So I've been in the group. This will be my 9th year now. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been leading the group?
This is my 3rd year as the group coordinator. So.
Okay. What has it been like to be a parent in the group to go to being the leader of the group?
It's been a struggle at times, but we just bring the kids along, and there's mentor moms like Cheri who will hold a baby or, pick up a toddler when they fall on the ground, and we're, like I said, we're all in this together. So
right.
We all do it together, and it works.
Exactly. Yeah. And so what Brie was saying is that I'm the mentor mom for the group. So we break the group down into tables with generally about 8 moms at a table, along with their own table mentor mom.
Okay. And
then along with the leadership team, we have Brie, who's our coordinator. We have, don't let me miss anybody, we have a lovely young woman named Jamie who does our hospitality. We have Vivian, who is wonderful and comes up with crafts that any mom can do, because we only do one a semester, because sometimes moms hear craft and they're like, I'm out.
Yeah.
So one a semester that any mom can do, plus she always has us do a really good service project. Like this last year, we packed birthday bags for the kids at the food shelter.
Okay.
And that was really fun to do something like that. And then we have Jennifer, and she does a lot of our behind the scenes stuff. She does the overhead music, the videos. She can send stuff out that she puts together that goes out on our Facebook page, and does a great job with that. Let me think. And then, am I missing? Because now we were really excited because we just had Lindsay step on, okay, who's going to coordinate our kids' position. And that means that she will make sure that our kids have activities and snacks and lots of things to do, and that there's appropriate babysitters to keep them all safe, because moms bring their kids. Right. So it's not just we're coordinating for these 40 moms. We're coordinating for these 40 moms plus probably 2 kids each on an average, maybe 3 kids on an average. So yeah, we've got upwards of 100 kids plus that need a safe place every week.
And so you guys meet weekly?
We actually, and when I said that, we meet 2 Fridays a month.
Okay.
From September through May.
Okay.
So.
And what does it look like to attend a meeting with you guys?
So our meetings start at 9 o'clock. So moms usually show up about 8:45-ish, between 8:45 and 9. So the first thing that you do when you come is you'll drop your kid off in whichever room. We have them split up by ages. So you drop your kid off, and then we meet in a large group room for all the moms to be in. And we have coffee, and we take turns bringing breakfast. So we have a hot breakfast at every meeting for all of the moms. And the moms take turns bringing cheesy potatoes and egg dishes and muffins and all the things.
They're so creative.
It's a spread.
It
is a
so
spread
creative.
of breakfast, and it's so great because, you drop your kids off and then you can just sit and you don't have to share your food with anybody, and you can drink your coffee when it's hot and
It's hot.
yeah, because that's a thing some
What a
days,
concept. Hot coffee. Actually,
Yeah.
hot coffee.
I remember when I first had my kids, it would just sit in the microwave indefinitely, and I would warm it up, and then I'd put it back in, and then I'd warm it up.
Pretty soon you're drinking sludge.
Yes, yeah.
It gets a little bitter.
Yeah. So, and then, so we give the moms a little bit of time to have their coffee and have their breakfast. And then, we have, different speakers come in, and just talk about relevant topics that are relevant to moms. We've had people come and talk about, like technology use with kids. We had, firefighters from the Fond du Lac Fire Department come a couple years ago and do like a mini CPR first aid class. We've had speakers just come in and talk about parenting in general. We have speakers on marriage, just topics that are relevant and helpful for moms.
Yeah. So not only do you guys have a place for the kids to hang out so that the moms are able to have conversations and stress-free as much as you probably can be as a parent, but you have some food, and then you're also teaching some classes to help them as well.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have times where, like, one of the things we have planned for this year that we were both practically giddy over was we are doing relay races with the moms. How fast can you change a baby and get ready for a date to out with your husband or whatever? So there's a lot of fun thrown into this. I mean, there's a lot of laughter and there's a lot of tears because some of these speakers really impress on these moms. You are not alone. We recognize when you feel like this, and we recognize your identity as a mom often takes a big hit. Those are big things we talk about, and so there's a lot of emotions that come out with our moms.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that. So you guys have regular meetings, and I'm trying to think. There's just so many resources that you're talking about that it seems that you're offering that Fond du Lac needs. I'm constantly seeing people asking about resource groups and mom groups. So I'm excited to share that with everyone.
Yeah.
What tips do you have for moms who are looking for a group to join, such as yours? Throwing them on the fly here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I would say, some of our, there are some churches that have their own moms group.
Okay.
Ours is a non-denominational Christian, so we will always start with prayer and a devotion. Ours is focused on helping moms not only know that they're not alone with other moms, living the same time, and mentor moms such as myself, encouraging them and loving on them and helping with hands-on. We're seeking mentor moms right now still, and that's the biggest thing I'm looking for is how willing are you to jump into the fray and be part of the solution? Because we don't want our mentor moms to be like, ooh, I don't want to touch that messy toddler. I'm like, that's not why we're here. Right. We're here to love on our moms by helping them. So there are some moms that focus, or some groups I know that focus on moms and their kids playing together. That's not what we are. We're looking to give moms a break from their kiddos. Moms that might be looking to join us, we do from pregnancy, new birth, or looking to adopt and being in the adoption process, all the way through as long as they want to stay with us and are still getting, relevant content.
Right.
And so I think that that's the kind of mom that finds us, is I need other moms to just be myself with. I think that that's the kind of group we are. So that they're clear. And the only children we allow in the group, I mean, we're flexible, but the only children that we allow in the group are nursing babies. We never would ask a mom to step away from a nursing baby.
Yeah, and that just allows not only that mom, but like all of the moms in the group to be kid-free for a couple of hours.
I think that's really important, especially when you're in the thick of it, like you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Whew. I mean, even an hour away, right? Just a second to reset.
Yeah, a second to reset. That's exactly it. And that's what everything we do is focused at, is helping them reset. And I was telling my husband, Russ, the other day that I said, it's crazy. These moms come in, they fight to get their kids there. They fight to be on time. If it's their week to bring casserole or some kind of the breakfast, they fight to get all of that there. And you might look at it and say,
is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Exactly. Is
Yeah.
it worth it? And then they get settled in by 9:15, by 9:30, they're calm, they've got that hot coffee. And by the time we leave at 11 o'clock, our moms, like, their shoulders have gone down, they're no longer in their ears, and it's like, you can see such a change in moms between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And they go back to their kids ready to parent again, because
Yeah.
they've gotten to take care of themselves.
Yeah,
Right.
it feels like you can take on the rest of the day and the rest of the 2 weeks until you meet again. Yeah,
Start looking forward to the next meeting.
yeah, for sure.
When I can just picture, my husband was military and we didn't have anyone there. And I can just imagine that feeling of like, I would go outside to our mailbox to talk to our neighbor. And I know that might
Right.
sound lame, but as a
Not
new
at
parent,
all.
you guys probably get it. And so having a group like that and being able to talk on that and bring people that that connection, because that is just it's a small thing that has the biggest positive impact on parents. So
Right.
Yeah.
it's wonderful you can provide that.
Yeah, because I stay home with my kids. I have 5 kids, and I homeschool, so my kids are home with me all the time. And there's many days where, I don't talk to another adult until my husband gets home. And so being able to come and be around other moms, it really breathes new life into,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all you need too, is just to get that reset, and then you're good. You're like, hey, I can go back at it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
for sure.
Well, and Brie is just such a good leader. I mean, there's the thing about our group, and Brie is up front showing this every single time. There is absolutely no judgment. Not at all. We do not judge how other moms parent. We judge nothing about their, where their life is at the moment. We have moms who are married. We have moms that are in very difficult relationships. We have moms who are divorced. The whole gamut. That has nothing to do with us. I mean, we support them wherever they are.
Right.
And it's really, to be completely non-judgmental, I think is so important.
Yeah, because especially, with how social media is so often,
Right.
you go on there and you feel like as a mom, you don't measure up, because you see other people's, pictures of their perfect houses, and then you look around at your
Easter
house
baskets
and it's,
and the Halloween baskets. Come
I know.
on.
yeah,
I
but
know.
I feel like social media affects moms so much in that way, that it's nice to come to a group like this and just talk with other moms and say like, oh yeah, my kid dunked their toothbrush in the toilet the other day, and this other moms can be like, oh yeah, my kid's done that before too, like none of us are perfect. And we just try to make this group a place where moms can come and relate to each other and just be themselves and, vent a little bit about their kids if they need to. And it just makes such a difference to be able to do motherhood together.
I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing this.
Yeah.
Where can people find out about the group? I'll tag it, of course, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so our Facebook page is called Lac MomCo. And yeah, so if you're interested in joining, you can send us a message on there.
And we don't start, our first meeting is Friday the 6th of September.
Okay.
So there's plenty of time for moms to check in, and we can get registration papers out to them.
Okay.
And they can plan to come. It helps us, it really does help us to have them give us an idea if they're coming, so we can plan for their kids and plan for them. Because that's the hardest part of getting started, is that we don't know how many moms are coming, you know, as far as, and getting tables set up and such. But even if you decide on the 5th of September, hey, I heard about this group, I think I'll go tomorrow, please come. We are waiting for you.
Yeah.
We have a space for you, a place for you.
And can they join at any time as long as they're going through the registration, or is there certain times that you have to join before?
We do allow moms to join any time during the year. You know, ideally to be able to get the most out of it, because part of it too is building relationships with moms who are at your table, you know, part of your small group. And obviously that's going to happen better if you're there from the beginning versus coming like halfway through the year. But we do, you know, if we have space, we do allow moms to kind of join any time during the year. So
yeah.
Excellent. And are there any fees? Sorry, are there any fees involved?
There are fees for us.
What does that look like?
So we ask for $100 for the year. Part of that goes towards you become a member of the MomCo, like International, and they have a lot of resources for moms. They send out a Tuesday text message, just like a little encouragement.
Oh my goodness, I already get those, and
Yeah.
I'm an old mom. Like my kids are grown and gone, and I still get them, and I'm like, they're so cute.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
They also put out a magazine, like a quarterly magazine that just has articles that are relevant to moms. There's a couple of podcasts that they do. And so...
And they also support our local teams.
Yep.
You know, they help us with the theme for the year, the Bible verse for the year. The colors are so vibrant this year. It's going to be so fun to decorate, because that's part of it. When our moms walk in, we want them to walk into something completely beautiful and welcoming. It's not just that you walk into this big room with round white tables. You walk in and you can tell we've been waiting for you.
Right.
Like things are prepared for you.
Yeah, and then the rest of that $100 goes, part of it goes towards helping with childcare, and then the rest of it goes towards like any crafts that we do throughout the year, which we usually do like one a semester. So supplies for that, and then we also do 2 service projects during the year. So if we need any supplies for that, then those fees help cover those different things.
Yeah, childcare is $35 for the year, no matter how many kids you bring. $35 for a year, for 2 hours every other Friday for childcare. I just think that's crazy awesome.
Yep, that is incredible. Awesome. Well, thank you. I really appreciate you guys doing this. and
Thanks
sharing
for
with us.
coming to us. This was
problem.
wonderful.
Yeah, that was great.
You know, it's about being moms together and for things going just
Wrong.
completely bonkers.
Yeah.
You know, and we do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like it is the motherhood.
it is.
The tribe.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. One of our, the tribe or the village. We often say, you know, we follow it takes the village. And we are the village. We're moms looking for a village. So
Yeah. You guys have been doing this through the church, and you have 40 members, you said, that are coming in regularly?
Around there, yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have, like, how are you getting people here? Is it all just community members in the church, or is it?
So, we are not owned by community church. It's kind of a strange way to say it.
They let us use their space.
Right. Yep.
So Moms International has all of the MomCo, and all of their groups meet within churches because we are a non-denominational Christian organization for all moms, regardless of where they are in their faith walk.
Okay.
So we have some moms that come from other churches. we have some moms that have never been in a church life before, so they come from all over the city.
Yeah.
And in fact, I thought of it this morning. You know, we have these flyers that we put up all over that say, "Come join us."
Right.
And things have gotten better because now there are QR codes and they can scan them. And
Have you guys gotten in contact with Wonder at all to see if you can coordinate something with them?
We have not.
No?
we have not. I've tried to coordinate with Wonder on a few things, and I think because they're new, they kind of need to stick to their pricing and
Yeah.
such.
I get it.
So, and that was through a different moms group that had worked with them that I'm part of. So,
Okay.
through my church. So there's no disrespect at all.
Yep. Just still figuring things out.
Yeah, still
Yep.
figuring-
Part of the learning curve.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I do feel like too, as far as like moms coming into the group, a lot of it is like moms who are already here will tell their friends about it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's a really big part of like our recruitment process, I guess, if you want to call it that. You know, like moms come and they get that community and they see that like, oh, me being around all of these other moms like helps me to know that like I'm not alone in this thing. And then they tell their friends like, hey, you need to come and be part of this group, because, you know, once you're a part of something like this, you're like, oh, I want other moms to be a part of it too.
Right. Well, because being a mom can be so lonely, right? Like,
That's the biggest thing. It can be so lonely, can be so overwhelming, can be so, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Or I feel like a failure as a mom. And when you get together with this whole diverse group of moms, you come to understand that, you know what? Everybody is going through this at some level.
right.
And so I am actually the mentor mom that works with the steering team. So Brie is the coordinator for the group,
Okay.
and I'm the mentor mom. So 20 plus years ago, I was in her position.
Wow.
You know, I was coordinating it, and I did have my young children, and I was pregnant with babies and up front, and I was, you know, my babies cooperated, and I had them on an off week, so I never missed a MOPS meeting at that point.
Yep.
So, and Brie has done exactly the same thing. She had baby Selah and did exactly the same thing. Had her on an off week and was like right back up front. Now, babe in arms, let's keep going.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
and you know, and I think 20 years later, it is crazy to see moms don't change.
Right.
You know, it's exactly the same thing as when I was doing it 20 years ago.
Right.
And
Same
that's
problems,
really fun.
different times, really. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one nice thing is that like we kind of split the big group into like smaller groups during the meeting, and each one of the groups has their own mentor mom. So somebody like Cheri, whose kids are, you know, out of the house now, and it's like a mom that has been there, you
Right.
know, that the younger moms can kind of like bounce things off of, like, hey, how did you handle this with your kid? Or, you know, I'm going through this now with my kid.
Yep.
What did you do? You know, were you ever in this situation? How do you handle it? So that's one really nice aspect of the group too, is to have the moms who are in that mentoring role that can come alongside the younger moms and be like, hey, this is how I handled it. You know, here's some advice if you want it, or like, you know, let me come over and rock your baby who's colicky so you
Right.
can, you know, go and
3
take a
minutes.
shower,
Yep.
you know.
Right.
So that's one thing that is really, really helpful. So
Yeah. I'm curious what you guys think, and I'll sit down and do the whole thing, but I'm curious what you guys think, because so when we moved back here, which was almost 2 years ago exactly, I went online to look for like mom groups and different things. And there are a couple of mom groups, like Facebook groups in Fond du Lac, but they're not like posting like questions of moms. It's like, I need diapers, or I don't know. It's not it's not a resource to me. I've not found a mom group resource where it's like, hey, this is what's going on this weekend, or hey, you know, we all have school starting in 2 weeks. I need a pink pencil bag in, you know, this specific brand because your kid has to have it. You know, it's not that kind of stuff. And I was surprised it's a little bit more, I wouldn't say spammy, but just not as resourceful.
Yeah.
Do you know of any groups here that there are actual questions and discussions in?
I'm not really in any mom specific groups for the Fond du Lac area, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Figured I'd ask. Okay.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate to hear that.
Yeah.
Because they're missing what they could be for each other.
Right. Well, and to me, so I was on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, which has a much bigger population, but they had this mom group. It was Gulf Coast Moms, and they had very, I wouldn't say strategized because it was still run by a mom who's doing it on the side and doing all of the things, but like on Fridays, they would post if you have things that you're getting rid of that are free Fridays, this is what we have. This is when we're going to post about it. And people could post like things that they needed or things that they had that they were giving away. And then they had like a bunch of different resources. And again, I was really surprised that there wasn't anything like that here. And especially for a lot of moms. And I worked with the Women's Fund for a few different projects. And a lot of the parents that we've talked to, like, they don't know where to go. So I think this is really cool to be able to share and maybe get out because a lot of moms need someone, right?
Well, and I think you just came up with a really good idea for one of our meetings, you know, to do like a trade kind of a thing. You know, like our tables, individual tables and moms, I know that they go back and forth with like, you know, things that each other needs. And, you know, they do that themselves really well. But as a whole, I think it'd be really fun to do that for a part of a meeting is just bring in everything you have that you're willing to get rid of and let you trade off and take what you need. And I think that
careful, I'm showing up with my truckload of stuff. What do you want?
And we want to make sure that you don't leave today without and I left the flyers in the car, but we don't want you to leave today without having the information because maybe this would work for you.
Absolutely.
I mean, your kids are young and the MomCo goes from newborn, pregnancy, expecting a baby, awaiting adoption, all the way through pretty much. That's why they changed the name from MOPS, which was when there's mothers of preschoolers.
Oh, okay.
And it really was from that pregnancy stage through, usually we did through like kindergarten. Before we graduated them out. And now we're done graduating them out. Moms can stay as long as they are getting something from the meeting for themselves and feel like they want to be part of the meeting. And so, that's why the name, the MomCo is trying to be more inclusive. That was the name change. So if you hear me especially slip and say moms, I'm working on it. You know, for me it's ingrained.
It's new.
It's really ingrained from 20 years ago even that it was like. So.
Fair.